With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back, trackside race fans, here with the Turn 3 Racing Network. Tonight, the Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup Series fires things off for race number 2 here in season number 2 under the lights at Bristol Motor Speedway. It's the Bristol Battle 150 here. 31 drivers looking to qualify here tonight. How you doing? How you feeling out there in TV Land, race fans? Glad you could all join us here tonight. As always, Dave in the Cave bringing you all the calls from the track. Will we see last week's race winner go to the top of the speed charts and qualify on pole once again? Possibly walk away with another checkered flag? Coleridge Finmore already setting himself up with a shot at a championship run with walking away with the race win at Chicagoland Speedway. I apologize. That was Atlanta Motor Speedway we were at last week. Repaving that thing as we speak. And as we speak, drivers already out there on track. Why don't we run down some of that qualifying information for you? There it is over there on the left-hand side of your screen. Top of the speed charts right now. Jason Dalton gonna sneak it in. The 22 Chevy ZL1 Camaro goes top of the speed charts. 14:78.1 is the fast time here in this 10-minute qualifying session. Just a minute and a half rolling off the stopwatch, and we've already got 12 drivers with a time lap. Big heavy hitters still yet to get out there on track. Looks like Frank Bell just now getting up to speed. Tom Richter, Andrew Koska, Christopher Dean now jumping in his car. Mike Stiverson and Eric Moore still sitting down on pit road. Bell gonna go inside the top 5 with his first time lap. He's gonna go ahead and run a 14:82. Kenny improve second time around. Have to wait to see if that's gonna pan out for him. Man, what a way to kick things off right here in season number 2 for the Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup Series. I mean, you started at Atlanta right before you repave, so the next time you visit that track, the racing surface is going to be much, much different. And then you jump to a track like this, Bristol Motor Speedway. Aerodynamics, somewhat important. You want to have a little bit of good downforce in the car, as Andrew Caldwell, he's going to light the tires up down on pit road. He'll get set to go out on his time lap. Jay Moore's, Bob Rogerson still yet to go out there on their time lap. Coleridge Finmore yet to go on his time lap. But as we were saying, aerodynamics not really a huge factor here at Bristol Motor Speedway. We've seen cars when the big boys play here in the NASCAR series that you can have a beat up, banged up ride and still find your way at the front of the field, still find your chance with a shot at a checkered flag. So one of those beating and banging old school short track style tracks here, and I would be willing to bet quite a bit of money we're going to see some beating and banging here tonight. I mean, it's Bristol, baby. What more could you ask for? 15 drivers with a time lap here in this 10-minute qualifying session, knocking on the door of 4 minutes in. Jay Morris yet to put in his time lap. Tom Richter, Eric Moore, Coleridge Finmore, Scott Crouch, as well as Zach Shahalis, Patrick Stein, Anthony Hanna still out there. Hanna, I apologize, still out there on pit road, but yet to put in their qualifying lap. Track a ghost town right now. Nobody out there on the speedway. Looking around pit road, we're going to see if we can't find somebody out there getting ready to go down on their qualifying lap. Nobody putting in a time lap at this point in time. 2 drivers sitting in the cars. Looks like they're just warming up the engine there. Frank DiMaggio, Zach Shahalis, both of them down there on pit lane, but not making an attempt to go out on the track just yet. As there you can see right there, Shahalis just sitting at the end of pit road, kind of in queue, just waiting to get out there on track. Wonder what they're waiting for. Maybe some light bulbs to go out. I'm not sure about the cloud cover here in the virtual world, but, or at least here at nighttime, not really sure. What was the weather, folks? Did we check in on that? Why don't we go ahead and double check in on the weather report. There you can see right-hand side of your screen. Cool night here in Bristol, Tennessee. Track temperature 80 degrees, so pretty cool track here for this concrete surface. Not concrete, I apologize. That's Dover. What am I thinking here? Last great Coliseum. Last time I seen it, it was covered in dirt. So please forgive my misspeaking, I guess. Yeah, we'll roll with it. 6 minutes into this 10-minute qualifying session, and it doesn't look like anybody's going to jump out there on track. And just as I say that, the 47 of Andrew Koska, there you can see him going out on track as we stay high above in the turn 3 blimp. Taking a look down at the track, he'll cross the line this time around, begin his first time lap. Coleridge Finmore also going out for his qualifying attempt. We'll check in with Finmore, see where he's running on the track here in just a moment. Koska gonna go. Where's he gonna go? Here he comes, crossing the line. 8th on the speed charts with his first time lap. Coleridge Finmore. There you see Finmore heading down into turn number 3. Gonna work his way through the center, off of 4, back across the stripe. Finmore goes to 16th. Cole Gray also out there on his qualifying attempts. There goes Gray crossing the start-finish line that time around. He'll begin his first time lap. Tell you what, why don't we get a little bit closer to the action? Check out this 88 of Cole Gray. Gray 13th with his first time lap. Going to cross the line this time around. Where's he going to shake out? He's going to go inside the top 10. He'll go 8th, but Christopher Dean, top of the speed charts right now. Your pole sitter, Dean, with a 14:72. So just 2.5 minutes remaining here in the 10-minute qualifying session. Finmore not able to break inside the top 15s. Jahalis, DiMaggio, and Anthony Hanna all going out on track, all getting up to speed. They're going to have to put in their time lapse here quick. Tom Richter also going out there, getting up to speed. There you can see that 34 of Richter out there on track. He'll cross the line, begin his first time lap. First time lap for Richter, and he goes second on the speed charts. Now getting bumped to third as Frank DiMaggio snatches the pole. 14 is 6.8. Man, that is a fast time for DiMaggio. He's going to snatch that pole position with just 1.5 minutes remaining here in qualifying. Doesn't look like we're going to have anybody else go out there and try to snatch that pole position away. So we're going to step away for just a brief moment, head to a commercial break, then trackside for your national anthem. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be back under the lights right here at Bristol Motor Speedway.
His broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And back trackside as the bells begin to ring, drivers begin to make their way off of pit road. It's time for your official starting lineup here for the Bristol Battle 150 in the Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup Series, starting inside row number 1, pole position, the 95 of Frank DiMaggio. Just to his outside, the fast 2 of Christopher Dean. Back in row number 2, Tom Richter, Justin Dalton, Craig Bell, and Justin Groves. Back in row 3, row 4 here tonight, Todd Neeson, Bill Jett, John Dykeman, Zach Shahalis. Back in row 5, row 6 tonight, the 88 of Cole Gray and the 47 of Andrew Koska. Eric Anderson, Bob Roderson back in row 7, row 8 here tonight. Christopher Wold, Cody Richardson, Anthony Hanna going 17th, 18th spot to Tyler Beeman. There's the rest of your top 20 as we get set to fire things off for the first time here tonight under the lights, and green flag flies for the first time here tonight. Lap 1 of a long race for these drivers. Who's going to get the job done? Still double file. Everybody battling for a position. Lots of spots all over this raceway. Man, there's crazy good racing action all over the track right now. Let's jump around just a little bit as Frank DiMaggio leads this field after snatching the pole position here in the Bristol Battle 150 for the Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup Series, brought to you by Cyber Thunder Racing. Back battle for a spot inside the top 20. Trevor Ryan, Anthony Hanna going at it with each other. Todd Neese battling with John Dykeman. Crank Bell in the 14 just off in front of them. Now a battle right here to the 188, looking almost 3 wide there as the 64 Richardson hugs the bottom of the racetrack. The 43 of Eric Anderson going to stay to the top side. Well, let's go, producers. Where do you want to stay at here? Let's stay up here with the battle with Todd Neese, that 60 Publix machine. He's going to try to run down the 14 of Crank Bell. Bell with a good run last week, coming up just a little shy at the tail end of the race. Bell looking to turn that around and trying to have another solid top 10 finish, but maybe a little bit further up through the field, maybe inside of that top 5. Back at the front, though, Jason Dalton, almost a half a second advantage over Christopher Dean. Dean's fallen back to the 3rd position as Dalton's gained 2 spots. Richter dropped 1 to 4th. Justin Groves rounds out your top 5. And then there's Just crazy racing action everywhere. We're going to jump around just a little bit for quite some time. I tell you what, let's go a little bit higher above the track, try to get you a little bit more of a vantage point. Let's go with the turn 3 drone cam here for just a second. The crew's been working on back at the headquarters. Do appreciate all the hard work going into all of these great camera shots here tonight at Bristol Motor Speedway. 24 of Zach Shahalis looks like he's a little loose in that Rolex Toyota Camry just off in front of Eric Anderson. The 69 of Hana trying to run them down. He's going to try to keep Anderson behind him. Nothing going on at the front. DiMaggio has stepped away. Half a second advantage for your race leader. Battle really right around this 7th, 8th, 9th position right there with Craig Bell, Todd Neeson, John Dykeman. Cole Gray lined up just behind them, rounding out your top 10. The 88 running solid, up one position from where he started tonight's race. Tyler Beeman is your biggest mover. And we'll jump back down a little closer to the racing action once again. Back to this battle right here with that 60 of Neese, Dykeman, Gray. They're all beginning to get lined up. And Frank DiMaggio has been reeled back in by Jason Dalton. Christopher Dean falling off just a little bit, about a half a second separates. Oh, and caution flag for the first time. Caution flag flies here at Bristol Motor Speedway, and it looks like it may have involved, we're hearing word, possibly the 5. Let's go back and take a look. And it looks like already happening to the 5. One more look at it here. Yeah, and it looks like the 5 having some engine troubles and connection issues. So we'll jump back at the front of the field with your race leaders. Wonder if anybody's going to go ahead and elect to come to pit road very early here tonight. Drivers with a fixed set of tires, so gotta wonder if they're willing to go ahead and burn a set here. 17 laps in. I mean, it's 17 laps at Bristol. That's still quite some time. Excuse me. It's still quite some time, but I'm not sure you want to come in just too soon. What may be advisable, though, is maybe possibly practicing that pit road entry. Full pit road here tonight. That's right. So front stretch and back stretch pits are both utilized with this many drivers here making the start tonight at Bristol Motor Speedway in the Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup Series. So with both sides of pit road being used, you have to enter in a certain side. So you better make sure you're confident if we hit that green flag pit stop that you're making the pit entry on the right side of the track. Otherwise, you're going to end up way slower. Or you may end up with a penalty, depending on which one of those pit roads you accidentally go down. Still a long way to go before we start thinking about those green flag pit stops here. Caution coming out on lap number 16 out of the 150 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. Do want to take a moment to say thank you to each and every one of you tuning in here tonight for the Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup Series. Big time shout out to all of the drivers, all the friends, fans, and family checking in each and every Thursday night right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. And a big shout out to Wheels for Warriors USA, helping vets 2 wheels at a time. And as far as veteran organizations go, I can't think of a better one than Wheels for Warriors USA. You can find the description and a link down there, down below. If you scroll, go ahead and click that, head on over there. You can find out some great information about some of the latest programs that they've had in the works and in the mix. Wheels for Warriors USA partnering with at-risk veterans for the period of about a year or so, getting them reconnected with a group of friends and like-minded individuals. And at the end of all of this, They present that veteran with a very own motorcycle for himself, so a very, very cool deal. And I believe in the upcoming weeks we're going to have a few of the Wheels for Warriors organization gentlemen up here in the booth with us. Going to bring them to one of the tracks and show them a good time. And we fitting to have a good time here as lap number 20 on the board. 21 when we cross the finish line this time around. Pace car gonna duck off and we're get set to go back. Green flag racing once again. Here we go. Green in the 22 spins right into DiMaggio. The front of the field stacks up. Oh my gosh. Wow. Big time wheel spin and now caution coming out. Looks like Dave Gainforth may have been involved in this one. Oh no. Trying to work our way through the field there. I know DiMaggio, he got some damage. But it looks like Dave Gainforth may have had some troubles as well. The 101 back off of the pace. Let's take a look, see. Oh, and there you go. The 37 and the 101. They get together because of the stack up. So David Rogerson and Dave Gainforth, they meet up in the middle and around. They both go. I believe that may have been Mike Stiverson just barely making his way by and making his through the carnage. We're taking a look at the damage there. Doesn't look too bad on that 101. What about that 20 of Stiverson? Looks like he's got some damage on the front end of his machine. And I think it's going to be a question of who doesn't have damage after that big stack up with the wheel spin. As Jason Dalton tried to get on the gas and up through the gear and just went straight right into the 95 of Frank DiMaggio. DiMaggio into the outside wall, did a fine job of not having a bigger issue than he already had on his hands. A little bit of damage on that machine, but doesn't look too worse for the wear. There you go, crinkled up back into, as we said in pre-race here, the looks of the car don't quite as matter so much here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Sure, they help you a bit, and I mean, if you don't have any sheet metal on it, it's probably not going to work out very well for you, especially in the handling department. But that kind of damage, I think DiMaggio still got a shot at this thing. Still very, very early tonight. The second caution of the evening already underway. Third different race leader already here as we work our way on lap number 25. iRacing pace car lights will go out this time by. Oh no, we've got one more lap under caution, it appears. Look, even some damage on that too of Christopher Dean, who's taken the top spot now. So even your race leader at the front of the field, he's going to have some damage. He's going to have to be careful of the wheel spin as well. Justin Groves will line up to his outside in the Winn-Dixie 99. He looks like he's very clean here. I don't see any scuff marks on that matte black. The Beef people, Winn-Dixie 99. A little bit of an old school feel with that scheme. I'm digging it, man. I like it. 41 of John Dykeman. There you can see him. He'll line up second car inside row for the restart. Just to his outside, the driver that spun his tires at the front last time. We'll see if Jason Dalton can get through the gears any better this time. Craig Bell, Andrew Koska, Frank DiMaggio, Bob Rogerson, Tom Richter, and Cole Gray round out your top 10. We'll get back to the front of the field, step back a little bit, let you see some of the action out here. And green flag flies once again in a big move to the inside. Man, the 99 did not go on the bottom. Now contact with Craig Bell. 99 up the track, and the 78 flips. He flips. Oh my God. Wow. Oh my. Still on his lid. Bob Rogerson. Oh my gosh. There's the contact as the 99 goes up the track right into the 78. He pancakes it off the wall. Drivers all over the brakes trying to avoid an upside down driver. Oh my gosh. That is, wow. One more look at it here. See if we can't get a better look at that. I think we've got one more camera shot of it. There he is, just sliding. Can you imagine seeing that? Coming up through the gears and you see a car on its roof. Beaten, battered, banged up already. Bob Rogerson's 78 machine comes to a slide on his lid. He gets flipped over, pulled to pit road, and he's going to be fixing some damage for quite some time. Justin Groves, he's going to get into pit lane. He's going to have some damage as well. Man, already two drivers with an extensive amount of work to be done if they're going to want to have any shot whatsoever. It looks like Coleridge Fenimore, he's going to come down to pit road, maybe just fixing some damage. And just like that, third quick caution of the evening. Three lead changes, three different leaders here tonight. Three cautions. If you were a gambler, what do you say? 333. You wanna take the numbers? Long night for some of these drivers still yet to be had, and it does look like we have our first retirement of the night. The 5 of Eric Moore gonna pull it behind pit wall. He's gonna go ahead, head to the garage. Looks like no, they're pulling some equipment from there. He's headed to the hauler. The 5 of Moore out of tonight's race, listed in 31st. Field begins to make their way through turn number 1. They'll get double file, get set to go back. Green flag racing this time by. That is a beautiful, beautiful sight to see right there. 29 drivers all lined up, ready to go. Green flag racing. We'll head down and watch them come into 3 and get set to go. Green flag racing as the pace car will duck off this time around. Down and away we go. In here we go. 3, 2, 1, and green flag flies once again here from Bristol Motor Speedway. Christopher Dean gets up through the gears. Clean start here on this restart. Everybody getting through the gears. Oh, contact, Dalton, contact with the outside wall. He's having to corral that machine still. Big time stack up. Major problems right now. Big wiggles out of that 22 of Dalton. He's got Casca, DiMaggio, Ray Richter, Chet Wolden, Ryan all over him right now. Whoa, big slide off of the corner. As I believe that was the 18 of Trevor Ryan into the outside wall. So multiple drivers beaten down the fence very early here tonight. And Casca gonna slide right on in between Dalton and DiMaggio. Cole Gray still sitting back in 7th, just in front of Tom Richter, but Christopher Dean opening things up here now. 4/10 of a second race advantage for the driver at the front. John Dykeman sitting right there in the second position. He's got about a half a second over the 14 of Craig Bell. We jump around the track a little bit, back to the front once again. Back to the tail end. There's Bill Jett, Chris Wool, Trevor Ryan, all nose to tail. flying under the lights here at Bristol Motor Speedway. We're back under green flag conditions. Drivers able to get up through the gears and get back to a rhythm. Drivers fighting for position all over this short half-mile raceway. Side by side right there, you can see that's Cody Richardson, I believe, and Tyler Beeman going at it. Chris Wold right there in the 32. He needs to turn his season around. Wold having a big mess of a race for the season opener at Atlanta Motor Speedway last on Thursday night right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Wold scrapes the wall here. He picks up himself a little bit of a Bristol mark. Darlington's got stripes. Bristol's got marks. Just works out. Let's take a look at this four-car battle. Maybe 5, 6, 7 of them if you want to count them all. There's the 64 of Cody Richardson. He'll go down to the bottom of the racetrack, make his way up and around the 91 of Tyler Beeman. Bradley Beeman just right behind him. Todd B still running up inside the top 15. Coleridge Finmore, driver that started near the front of the field. Big struggles here tonight. Finmore sits back in 24th. Close battles all over. We'll transfer this game right up to the front of the field. There's Jason Dalton, Frank DiMaggio, Andrew Koska, Cole Gray, and Tom Richter. They've separated themselves from Chris Wold and the group of drivers he's got running with him. Wold and Bill Jett have stepped slightly on that 18 of Trevor Ryan. Ryan sitting outside of the top 10 in the 11th position, and we've got some side-by-side racing action. Cody Richardson going to make his way up and around that 18 and look for that to open up the door for more of these drivers to drop it to the bottom of the track. Here comes Justin Groves after a pit stop on lap 29. Groves making his way back up through the field. He sits in 15th. Big stack up there as the 18 struggles to get off of turn 4. The 91 of Beeman going to have to go to the bottom with a quick move. That's going to stack up the bottom lane now. The 99 of Groves looks to make his way up and around on the high side, but I don't think the 18 has got the car to get the job done. That's going to stack up the field once again off of turn 4. Runs well here through 1 and 2. Really looks like the car is working for that 18 through turn 1 and 2. Looks like a bit of a struggle down here in 3 and 4. Just doesn't quite have the rhythm right just yet. The 64 able to make the pass. Here comes Beeman. He'll make the pass as well. Groves going to go by on the bottom as well. 92 of Bradley Beeman. He's going to need to make that inside lane work, and that's going to be 4 spots in the course of 2 laps. That Trevor Ryan has given up. Big time slide here for Ryan. Got to give credit where credit is due. Let's check back in with your race leader, Christopher Dean. Tell you what, let's go down on board with Dean and take a look at what's in front of him. Look out that windshield, and there you have it. Back markers already less than a straightaway away. Your race leader going to have to contend with slicing and dicing his way through these back markers, and they're all gonna be fighting to try to stay on the lead lap. Looks like everybody's still on the lead lap that's still out there on the track. Dave Gainforth in that 101 machine. That should be him just off in the distance. Gainforth gonna hug the bottom of the track. Race leader gonna go to the top. Let's jump back outside the car. Trying to take a look and see how Dean navigates his way through these back markers. There's the 20 of Mike Stiverson, Patrick Stein, Jay Morris, Scott Crouch, Dave Rogerson, all right here within a straightaway or more, or barely more, I should say. Christopher Dean stepping it out right now. That's off young man Tom Richter right there with Andrew Koska. Cole Gray has done away with these two drivers. Gray setting himself up with a solid top 5 run right now inside that 88 machine, up 6 spots from where he started tonight's race. But that's not your biggest mover. Biggest mover of the night. Let's go ahead and cue in on him inside that Baja Blast Ford Mustang. That Ray's Energy machine looking sweet out there, beaming up 10 positions from where he started tonight's race all the way back in the 25th spot. Beeman sits in 15th. Side-by-side battle now as Chris Wold going to give that position up. Bradley Beeman going to get it around Wold. He'll try to follow suit and follow that 91 of Tyler Beeman just off in front of him, getting the Beeman brothers mixed up out here on the track. 91 and 92 on the track, running 13th in 14th. Tom Richter, Justin Groves going at it. Groves going to make a pass now. He's back inside the top 10. He sits in 7th. And as we see a little bit longer of a green flag run here, we're going to jump around just a little bit to some different battles. I'm going to take a look at your race leader, Christopher Dean. John Dykeman running in second. There's Craig Bell, who has run down Dykeman to 41. Down on the bottom of the track, on the lead lap, rest of the back markers at the top of the track. There's Craig Bell. He'll make his way up and around. There's DiMaggio sitting in 4th. There he is, the 95, just now coming into the picture. Just about at that halfway point for these drivers tonight. And you gotta wonder about that fuel strategy. Some of these drivers coming to pit road back under our last caution on lap number 30. A little bit of a mixed. Oh, and the 18 into the outside wall. That's gonna stack up the field. The 69 gets caught up. Contact with the 47. Justin Groves trying to thread the needle and make his way through these back markers after contact. Chaos and carnage almost ensued. They crashed. They just didn't wreck. Stacked up with lead lap cars, back markers all mixed in with each other. You're watching the 88 of Cole Gray make his way around these group of cars that just had that misunderstanding is what we'll call it. Whoa, close racing right there with that 99 of Justin Groves. Trevor Ryan trying to regain anything back in he can. As Todd Neese and Sean Hook, they've run down Cole Gray as he's had some trouble getting through some of these back markers. As we cross the line this time around, we'll begin lap number 72 out of the 150 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. We are right at that halfway point, so just as a reminder, we do appreciate each and every one of you tuning in each and every Thursday night right here for the Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup Series. You joined us in the push to 2,000. Let's push the iceberg up to 3, and we've got a 4th caution of the evening, so we'll dial that back before we take a halfway break. And we'll have to try to see what happened, try to see what went down. Looks like Scott Crouch, Christopher Dean involved Eric Anderson. Oh no, let's see what happened. It doesn't look like Christopher Dean involved. Looked like maybe just checking up for the pace car. Let's go see if we can find that caution for you. Not seeing anything out there on the track right now. Debris caution here at Bristol Motor Speedway. That's going to bring the field to a big crawl as drivers try to sort it out and figure out, whoa, Cole Gray's around, Cole Gray's sideways on the track. Oh no, contact coming to pit road, and Cole Gray may have just lost a lap. Let's see what happened and how Gray got sideways. Everything looks to be fine right here. He backs up to try to get down to pit road, and then when he gets on the gas, he goes sideways. Kind of stuck on this banking, huge banking here at Bristol Motor Speedway, and if you light them up, well, it's pretty much gonna spin around on you like that, just like you've seen. Halfway point here tonight as Christopher Dean makes his way off of pit road. He will reassume the race lead. We're gonna step away for a brief commercial break. Don't go anywhere though, race fans, as we stay side by side.
We got big-time problems with that motor, buddy. Hey, just between you and me, the idea is to avoid the other cars. Congratulations! You just set the sport back 30 years with that move. That move will put you in the Hall of Shame. You keep doing stuff like that and we're going to lose our sponsor. Looks like that's it for us today. Now I know why you got canned by your old team. It's over. We can't fix that damage. Looks like your car is toast. You'll need a tow back to pit lane. Press and hold your reset button and we'll come and get you.
Backtrack side after a brief little commercial break. Drivers just past the halfway point after our fourth caution of the night. Race leader chose the top this time around. Christopher Dean going to start from that outside row. Frank DiMaggio making his way back up to the front of the field. He'll start second car outside row. John Dykeman, Frank Bell, two cars inside row. Will the inside get fired off, or will we see Dean step away like he did on that last restart? Field makes their way off of four. Pace car down and away, and green flag flies as Dean hits the loud pedal, gets up through the gears. A little bit of a where'd he go moment here. John Dykeman in the 41. A little bit of Magic Man action. Looks like Dykeman may have some issues. We'll stay geared up right here at the front of the field. Frank Bell now sits in that second position, the 14. Looking to have a solid run. Frank DiMaggio sets his sights on him. There's Justin Groves, the 60th Todd Neese, just to his outside. Andrew Koska, Tom Richter right there, 6th and 7th, battling on the speedway as well. And here comes Bradley Beeman, the 92 machine, now up 17 spots from where he started tonight's race. Pass for 14th as Sean Hook gets by Eric Anderson. Ryan and Dykeman going at it for 28th on the track. Looks like Dykeman has lost connection, and that's where it all went awry at the front. And going awry again. Driver sideways on the front of the field. Oh my gosh, more drivers avoiding it into the wall. Oh my goodness. '47 of Andrew Koska has some troubles. Let's go back, see what brought out our 5th caution of the evening. There you see the contact already had taken place coming off the front end of that 60 of Todd Neese. One driver collecting some more of the outside wall, making their way by one more time. Let's take one more look at it here. Ugh. And I believe that was the 69 that caught a piece of that action just a little bit after the fact. We'll jump back at the front of the field, though, once again live with your race leader, Christopher Dean. There's the two back behind the pace car. Dean patting his back pocket with some extra laps led right now. That's going to vote well for him as far as the bonus points are concerned. I'll tell you what, let's check around. Let's see who we got. Let's see what we got. Might as well do a little driver highlights and spotlights, huh? Find herself with some time. Doesn't look like anybody inside your top 10 coming down to pit lane. So let's jump out there, run down your top 10. Christopher Dean out of Texas, getting the job done, doing a Texas two-step up here in Tennessee. He's going to have the pole position for the restart, has led multiple laps here tonight. Dean doing a fine job here in race number 2. Can the 2 get to the checkered flag? Dean sits in first. Driver revved up, ready to go right behind him. Johnson City, Tennessee native. That's right, this is a hometown track for him. Johnson City, not very far up the road for the T-Rex Express Colonial Riders K-Bar and Grill. Chevy ZL1 Camaro of the Long Shot Motorsports driver Crank Bell back on the scene with a vengeance here in season number 2, kicking COVID's last season, getting cut short from that. But Crank said, you can't beat me down, can't keep me down. Come back, and he is running well. Crank sits in second. Driver right behind him started up near the front of the field. My good buddy, your good buddy. The Windsor, Ontario native Frank DiMaggio sits in third. Justin Groves in the Beef People Winn-Dixie 99. He's back inside the top 5. Groves runs fourth as the first Mustang in the front of the field, dominated right now by those Chevy bow ties. Groves looking to spoil the party. He's running fourth. Tom Richter in the Cheerios Pillsbury, Quakertown, Pennsylvania native inside that 34 machine. He's going to restart sixth. Running well here tonight. Has a little bit of damage on the car, but Richter with a fine spot for the restart. Todd Neese, driver sitting in the 7th position. Make that 8th just to the outside of Bradley Beeman in the 92 machine. So we'll get rid of some of the race graphics. We'll get back up front with Christopher Dean as he chooses the outside lane once again for the restart. Off of 4 on the gas. Green flag flies. Driver's going to make their way out of turn 2 now. Down into turn 3. Going to come right at you, right in your screen. Check that out. Big field here, all over each other really on this restart. DiMaggio goes way up the track. DiMaggio with some trouble. We got to see some more action. Let's go back high above the track with the turn 3 drone cam for a few laps here as we get things settled down on the restart. Frank DiMaggio's got the 28 of Bill Jett. Where'd he come from? Bill Jett running well here. He now makes a spot up inside the top 5. He'll take the spot away from the 34 of Richter. Todd Neese now looks for the spot on Richter, trying to defend the 92 of Bradley Beeman. 64 of Richardson right behind him. Tyler Beeman in the 91 machine rounding out your top 10. Cole Gray, after being sideways under our latest caution, finds himself right back where he started tonight's race. Gray sits in 11th. Coleridge Finmore, he's starting to move to the front, up 9 positions now. He's sitting in 11th. Close battle at the front, close battle towards the rear of the field. There's Chris Wold. You seen him a moment ago. He's sitting as the first driver, 1 lap down in the lucky dog position, battling with Patrick Stein, Anthony Hanna, as well as Scott Crutch. Dave Gainforth right there in the mix as well for that lucky dog position. As we continue to watch the battle at the front of the field, Beeman losing a little bit of ground right now. He'll fall back into the clutches of Cody and Tyler. Can Tyler be your 4th fast forward up inside your top 8? Just 1 spot away from being able to do so. Here comes DiMaggio, though. Gave up a lot of ground there on the restart. DiMaggio really struggling on these restarts tonight, race fans. It seems like that's going to be his kryptonite tonight. DiMaggio started up there, 4th position on the restart, and he fell way back to 10th now as Cole Gray looks to make it back inside the top 10. Where'd that one of Finmore come from? From the back towards the front. Finmore running well. Back a little closer to the race action once again. There you can see that 188 of Sean Hook. He's got no front clip, but still on the lead lap, and that's what I was talking about those aerodynamics. Sure, Hook may not have a chance at winning this race without a front clip on that 188 Chevy ZL1 Camaro, but he's got a chance to still finish well here tonight at Bristol Motor Speedway, just past the 100 lap mark, less than 50 to go, and it's going to click off pretty quick. We'll jump around the track once again just a little bit. We're going to stay with this battle for the time being as the 64 runs a little bit of a diamond line here at Bristol Motor Speedway, trying to keep the 91 of Tyler Beeman behind him back in the 10th position. Small little 2-car battles all over this track. We've got drivers lined up right here side by side. Sean Hook, Jason Dalton trying to make his way back up to the front of the field. Mike Stuyvesant was down a lap at one time. He finds himself running solidly inside the top 15. Zach Shahalis, he's lost 7 positions. What's happened to Shahalis? There he is in his 24 Rolex machine. The Toyota Camry beaten up a little bit on that left front, beaten up a little bit on the tail end, but we've seen multiple more drivers with more damage out here. Shahalis just struggling for some grip. And we'll jump back to the battles right here as now Todd Neese looking to get around that 28 of Bill Jett. We've seen a little bit of right side damage on that 28 machine. Is it affecting him too much here as the public 60 of Neese closes in? Frank DiMaggio closes in as well. Cole Gray kind of stymied on the run here. The pace fizzled out just a little bit with Gray as he's now battling with Sean Hook and Jason Dalton. There you can see that 88 struggling just a little bit now as we get a few laps on the tires and get some heat into them. Air pressure's changing inside those tires here. We started with an 80-degree track temperature here tonight. We'll check the weather report. There you have it, 5 degrees up. And that means the track is slicking up just a little bit here tonight. Close battle as DiMaggio has gotten by Neese, and he is looking to get by the 28 of Bill Jett. So this time around, race leader, not much to say, not much to mention. Chris Dean has stepped away with a 1.3 second advantage over Frank Bell, who battles with Justin Groves. As drivers try to get their way by the 28 of Bill Jett will jump towards the front of the field, because here's that second place battle. Flirting with disaster, running the cushion, the Larson line, ripping the lip here at Bristol Motor Speedway, pushing that dust a little bit further. Contact, seen a little bit of sparks fly that time around. Got a little bit too close to that outside wall. Did Frank Bell. Justin Groves just can't make the pass. And oh, there's some hard contact. We've seen the car bounce off the center of the corner. That's going to be some right front damage. And if there's anywhere you don't want the damage here at Bristol Motor Speedway, it's probably that right front. And there you see Frank Bell having some more troubles as he hits the wall again. And Bill Jett, Bradley Beeman with some trouble. Oh no! There you see the Havoline 28 trying to get righted and corrected. The 92 trying to get back up to speed as well. We'll jump back, see what happened here. And around they go. Oh, and there it was, just contact with the outside wall. We caught it with the turn 3 drone cam. Real quick look again. Contact outside wall with the 28. That's going to get him all sorts of out of shape. He'll come back across the track, across the nose of the 92 of Beeman. And Bradley just kind of a victim of circumstance along for the ride at that point in time. Fortunately enough, those drivers are able to stay in front of race leader Christopher Dean. And as we jump back up to the front of the field, we do have multiple drivers heading down pit road. Frank DiMaggio, though, in the 95, he's going to stay out on track. And how about that? We're keeping a theme here, race fans. 4 lead changes, 4 different leaders, 6 cautions. Fell off the trend right there a little bit, but hey. And while we do have a lull in the action here, once again on the Turn 3 Racing Network for tonight's Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup Series, do again want to bring a big shout out and mention to this season and last season's title sponsor here for the Pro Cup Series with Cyber Thunder Racing Leagues, and that's Wheels for Warriors USA. Go ahead, scroll down through that description, click the link, head on over to the website. That's www.w4wusa.org. Find out all the great information about this great organization. We've seen it over there on the bottom of your screen, scrolling with some of that information. Wheels for Warriors USA, helping vets 2 wheels at a time. Located in Lincoln, Nebraska. Found it with the hopes of helping at-risk veterans. 22 veterans a day commit suicide. We all know the number, and that is just 22 too many, if you ask me. Working and doing what they can to affect that number. Wheels for Warriors USA, partnering with at-risk veterans, walking them through different aspects and stages of reacclimating to the civilian life, because sometimes there's just some things missing after you've been through what some of our great vets have been through. And I can't think of a better organization to back our veterans than one that gives them, at the end of their programming and sponsorship, a motorcycle of their own for some free will riding, if you will. Get them hooked up with the right groups of guys around them to really mentor them throughout the process. Big shout out to Wheels for Warriors USA, helping vets 2 wheels at a time. iRacing Mustang gonna get out the way, and we're gonna get back green flag racing once again here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Just over 29 laps remaining. And contact, Richter goes around after contact. DiMaggio gets caught up again. Big stack up after that. Beeman, no front clip after this contact. Oh my gosh, Richter. Heavy impact. Let's go back. We're going to have to take one more look at it, see how it all happened, see how it went down here. Big stack up after the restart. It looks like they're giving us a thumbs up. We got it. There you go. There's the replay. There's the contact. Richter, hard contact with the inside wall. Drivers all make their way by him with a fair amount of ease. But man, there was a big stack up right there with Justin Groves involved in that one. We'll take one more look at it here. Groves gets into DiMaggio. There's the 64, the 60 involved. Cole Gray catches a piece of it. 24 almost gets into the side of the 95 of DiMaggio after the fact. Wow, beating and banging out here tonight. Short track under the lights. And, you know, there's a famous quote. I didn't mean to wreck him. I just meant to rattle his cage a little bit. And a few of these drivers' cages getting rattled out here tonight. And once again, race fans, if you haven't already, drop these drivers the thumbs up, click subscribe, smash that bell over there on the right-hand side to get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Dave of the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by, whether you're just sliding through to say hey, or you are one of the dedicated fans, friends, family, or maybe even one of the sponsors out here coming to check things out, check out the product, and enjoy some great racing action. 7 days a week, you can find your fix right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. And again, race fans, we do appreciate each and every one of you, from myself and everybody else back. We didn't think we could get that push to 2,000 done, and you guys had our backs. We got it done. Let's continue pushing and building this thing. Without you, there would be no us. So again, thank you to each and every one of you that have tuned in over the past 2 years right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, making us your home for eSpeed. Back to the front of the field as the pace car lights will go out. Yes, I was guessing. I wasn't sure if we seen the one to go that time or if that was the peace sign up there by the boss man in the flag stand. But indeed, it was the one finger wave at the field. Everybody going to get double file now. Christopher Dean enjoying that high side. Likes the top side for the restart. And he'll put Crank Bell to the inside. There's Justin Groves, Frank DiMaggio side by side. Cody Richardson and Todd Neese round out your top 6. Pace car down. Wait for it, wait for it. Green flag flies once again here at Bristol Motor Speedway on lap number 126 out of the 150 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. And Dean does not fire off. Bell's gonna grab the top spot. Frank Bell gonna lead the lap here at Bristol Motor Speedway. That's gonna be a bonus point in his back pocket. He's gonna keep it to the high side, try to run that Larson line to keep Dean digging on the bottom, burning those tires up just a little bit more, having to take that short way around the track. When will it work out? When will it prevail with just 21 to go this time around? Can Crank Bell, after being your 5th different race leader, will be able to keep that top spot? And it looks like Christopher Dean surges by through the center of the corner. And caution on the speedway. Multiple drivers involved. caution flag flies, and oh my gosh, Crank Bell, more drama. Let's go back. Oh my goodness, what happened here? After the caution flag flies, we're going to keep the camera on here on this. There you see the caution flag already up in the air. The lights are on the fences, and oh, big time trouble. The 20 trying to turn around on the track, and he's going to put two heavyweight contenders tonight in a bad situation. The 14 and the 2 trying to check up, trying to avoid some carnage. And well, they seem to be involved now. Tough break for both of those drivers. Let's go back, see how it all went down between DiMaggio, Stuyvesant, and there's DiMaggio into the outside wall. He gets it right. It comes off of the 91. There's Richter involved. 43 of Eric Anderson involved. 68 catches apiece. Man, one more time. Let's check out how it went down from high above the track. There's that contact, and oh man, almost a parking lot down there in the corner. Multiple drivers involved. Even your top two in the running order. Christopher Dean, Crank Bell, heavy, hard impact under caution. Man, that is a tough break right there. Tough pill to swallow if you're Tom Richter as well. Kind of late on the scene right there after DiMaggio ping-ponged off of the wall, and a few drivers, Richter being caught up and involved in this latest caution. Our 8th caution of the evening. Frank DiMaggio in the 95 on pit road in damage control as well. Chris Wold, he's still out there on the track. He's been in damage control for quite some time, looking for a top 20. Very well may get it, with a few of these drivers having some more troubles out there on the track. Man, that is, that's a tough one. That is absolutely, that's a hard one to swallow there, race fans. This late in the race, 17 laps to go, and you're on pit road beginning damage control. That is not a good look. Team owner, driver, team not going to be happy about having to fix the car this late and give up a ton of track position. Track position absolutely huge here at a place like Bristol Motor Speedway. Great shot right here on the wall as they work their way off of turn 4 back across the stripe field. We'll get double file. 1 to go. This time around, we will see the green flag back in the air for this latest restart. What do you say we go with the turn 3 drone cam, huh, folks? Let's get a little bird's eye view of all the action that's going to go down here on the restart. Christopher Dean elects to take that top spot once again. Crank Bell going to line up to his inside. Justin Groves, Tyler Beeman, all right there, ready to bounce. Will Fenmore get back to victory lane? He'll start second car outside row. Pace car down and away, high above. Green flag flies as the 2 nails the loud pedal. The Monster Energy 1 look. Whoa, Crank Bell super sideways on the bottom of 1 and 2. That's going to stack up that inside lane, and here comes Justin Groves looking for the pass on the inside. Fenmore's going to take that second spot away after Bell had trouble on the restart. Bradley, Tyler Beeman, and Justin Groves going at it. 4th and 5th on the speedway. Beeman at the top, Groves at the bottom. Here comes the 60 of Todd Neese. He's on scene. Less than 15 to go. Field makes their way back down the backstretch into turn 3 once again. We are going to have to keep our eye all over this racetrack because we've got small battles everywhere. 2, almost 3 wide here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Dean has got a almost 3/10 second advantage on Cole Ridge. Fenmore, Crank Bell still in the podium spot for now. Tyler Beeman breathing down his neck. Todd Neese, Justin Groves, Jason Dalton, Cody Richardson, Sean Hook, and Cole Gray round out your top 10. There you can see that 88 machine, no front clip on his Chevy ZL1 Camaro, so Gray having a little bit of a struggle with some of the pace here. He's going to have to try to put 27 of Jay Morris behind him. Big wiggle for that 64 of Richardson. Now Cole Gray going to move into 9th as David Gainforth gets by Eric Anderson. That's going to be on the track. And with less than 10 to go, it is time to go. Drivers cannot mess around. They cannot beat around the bush. It is time to go. If you've got anything left in the car, you got to mash the gas and get every bit you can. There you can see the 95 of DiMaggio trying to stay out of the way, trying not to influence the end of tonight's race. And we'll check back in front with your race leader, Christopher Dean. He has started from that outside row multiple times under caution here tonight, and he is again showing that outside lane is fast, and Finmore has trouble. Finmore with some issues. There he is back on track. Little bit of connection problems there for that one of Finmore. Thought we may have lost him to an electrical issue, but Finmore still sits in second with 5 remaining. 4 to go this time across the stripe. We're going to jump back to the battle right here. Look at this big gang of cars. We'll check back in and watch that race lead. We'll see if we'll jump back up there if it gets any closer than 3 laps to go. Now this is the hot seat on the track. Christopher Dean over a half a second race lead, and he'll see popsicle sticks on display this time around across the stripe. Just 2 laps to go for the 2 of Christopher Dean. And contact, the 88 goes around. 3 laps to go, and caution on the speedway. We seen it happen. We watched it right before our eyes. Contact, the 188 and the 91 of Tyler Beeman have contact, and that's going to bring us to a crawl. And that's going to bring out our 9th caution of the night and put us into overtime here from Bristol Motor Speedway in the Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup Series. Will have overtime, but first, let's check out how it all went down. And I'm not sure if there was contact with the drivers behind them. Let's take another look here. Oh, and there it is, contact. The 188 and the 22 have some contact, and that turns them into the 91 of Tyler Beeman. Beeman then gets sideways and takes the 188 back across the track with him. Tough break, especially so late in the race. It's going to be hard-pressed to make up any positions after that late one, especially with it being an official attempt at a green-white checkered once we get back to green flag racing. Well, we've got our first green-white checkered of the season, race fans. And with just a green-white checkered left here tonight, why don't we go ahead and spotlight your top 5 as they run on the track. Driver sitting with the field in his back pocket. That's Christopher Dean. Can the 2 capture the flag here tonight? Dean sits in first. Driver gonna line up just beside him. The 8-time Wheels for Warriors Pro Cup winner. Make that 9 as he went to victory lane last week in the Season 2 opener at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Your Tuesday Thunder Season 1 truck champion, Coleridge Finmore. Gonna see if he can pilot that Rowdy Energy 1 monster machine to the top spot. Finmore sits in second, lining up third for this latest restart. Our good buddy, your good buddy, Greg Bell. Gonna see if he can get his first checkered flag since being back just to his outside on the restart. Sitting in fourth the fast Ford at the front, the only Ford inside your top 5. Justin Groves sits in 4th. Rounding out your top 5, the 88 of Cole Gray, driver out of Thompson, Georgia. He's going to try to take the checkered flag here tonight, see if he can get the Salty Bay Company machine to a good finish here tonight. Looks like we are double file, so we should see that one to go. Green flag this time around, I do believe, and yes, indeed, here we go. Once again, green, white, checkered attempt here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Drivers going to make their way off a 4-pace car down. Wait for it and smashes the gas. Green flag flies and Dean scoots away. Coleridge Fenmore has got a bumper full of that 99 of Justin Groves. Here comes Crank Bill. He's battling back to the bottom. Once again, side by side, racing in his rearview mirrors. White flag, final lap and contact. Carnage. Drivers all over the front stretch. Oh no, but Christopher Dean gonna walk away with this one. Checkered flag flies here at Bristol. Carnage and chaos ensuing on the last lap, and oh my gosh, nowhere to go. We're gonna have to make sure he's okay. Christopher Dean, and he's got the car running and headed in the right direction. Parking lot. After getting the race win, parking lot on the track, and now the two's post-race celebration is gonna be well, a little bit affected, but tell you what, he's still going to be a pretty happy driver inside of that tube car. After walking away with the checkered flag, he'll walk away with the most laps led here tonight as well. So a big tip of the cap to the driver sitting inside of that tube. Christopher Dean walks away with the race win. And we're going to step away from the racetrack for just a brief commercial break, get things set up, ready to go for your post-race interviews. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back. in back track side at the conclusion of another barn burner here with the Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup Series. That's right, the Bristol Battle 150 went down, and a few drivers went down fighting and swinging as well. But let's see who conquered it here tonight in the last great Coliseum. Let's see if we can't grab a few words with your good buddy, my good buddy. Let's see if we can't talk to the driver sitting inside of that 14 machine. Crank, it's Dave. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, Dave.
Hey, man, how's it going?
Yeah, I mean, podium, so that's good, but I don't even know what to say about that race. That was something.
Well, I mean, after all, I mean, let's keep in mind, it is Bristol. Rashes of cautions are known, not just here in iRacing, but in the real world. So, you're from Johnson City. You know how them boys do up the road from you?
Oh, yeah, that's pretty much how it always is nowadays, right?
Pretty much. Well, man, Crank, congratulations on a great podium here. You were running strong all night long. How good was the car for you?
You know, the car wasn't too bad. It was the handling on these since they've done the last update was a lot different. Made them really tight in the center, which is uncharacteristic here. You're usually slapping the wall with your tail. But, after a few laps, I was able to get it under control, figure it out. Had a pretty decent car after that.
Decent, maybe selling yourself a little bit short. You were battling there for the race win at one point in time, coming up just about 2 spots short here tonight, but a great return to the track for you and your entire crew. So with all that being said, Crank, congratulations on the great run here tonight from Bristol Motor Speedway. Before we let you go, you want to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home?
Yeah, buddy, I want to thank the Colonial Riders. Being on the old car again, I brought out the old kind of throwback Black Beast. Thank K-Bar and Grill sponsorship. They're always down there watching us drinking cold beer, something good on the smoker. T-Rex Express, all my teammates for practicing with me. You, everybody at Cyber, all the admin team put this together, and all my family and friends are out there supporting us.
Well, Crank, I know I'm not speaking for myself. Congratulations on the podium finish here tonight. More importantly, congratulations on being back home, being better, and being back to your old winning ways. It's a pleasure to see you out here, and I'm definitely hoping we get to catch up more times here this season.
You got it. I'm going to be back up here a lot. I'm looking forward to it, Dave.
Let's get her done. All right, there you have it. Final few words out of the Johnson City, Tennessee native inside that 14 machine, getting the job done. He'll walk away with third. Crank Bell with a fine run here tonight, and that's going to lead us to the driver sitting right beside him on the track. Wasn't able to get back to victory lane and make it back-to-back winning performances. 1 spot shy. Finn Moore's Dave, you got me?
I got ya.
As you heard, one spot shy. How bad does it feel, or how good does it feel?
Oh, I would say that was definitely a good run tonight. We qualified P20, and then got in a little mix-up, and I said I'm out. I'm not running into all these wrecks, so I fell back to 30th, and then it's just, everything was kind of going my way, and I was able to battle back up to a second place finish. So it was a good night.
A good night indeed. As you said, you kind of started at the end of the line, all the way in the back. You made your way all the way up through the field, gained 18 spots, biggest mover of the race. You were right there at the end of this thing. Do you think if we had stayed green with those 10 laps left, you may have caught and possibly had a chance for that race win?
I don't think I had the car to compete with Longshot tonight. When Frank was up there, it was Frank, Chris, and Crank. I think if I had any more laps, Crank would have caught me as soon as my tires fell off. So probably not. I think they fell at the right time for me tonight, and it allowed me to get a second place finish.
All right. Well, again, congratulations on a great run here. Following up the season opener, walking away with a checkered flag, walking away with second. You gonna go back to first, or you gonna go ahead and knock out all of the podium spots when we head to the track next week?
I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Cars always change with these updates, so we'll see what type of car we bring next week, and we'll try and do the same thing.
Absolutely. Well, Coleridge, again, congratulations on the second place finish here tonight. Before we let you go, would you like to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home?
I just want to thank Wheels for Warriors for everything they do for this league. They do a great job. Cyber Thunder puts it on, and all the admin guys, they do a great job with this league. I want to thank you, Dave, in the booth, thank family, and thank my team. They're the ones who get me in the car every week and allows me to put on great shows.
All right. Well, my man, again, congratulations and stay safe, and we'll see you at the track. All right, there you have it. Second place runner Coleridge Finmore following up last week's race win with a second place finish here tonight. Finmore getting the job done early here, patting his back pocket with some points. Finmore walks away in second, and now to the man that walked away with the checkered flag here tonight. Let's see if we can dial up and have a few words with the driver inside this too. Chris, it's Dave. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, how you feeling after your first race win this season?
Man, that's my first race win ever in this league, and it feels good. I kept my car clean most of the race, and then I think it was, I don't know, a caution or 2, 3 ago, me and Crank, the caution came out, me and him are 1 and 2, and we're going it, the caution comes out, and we're letting off and coasting, and all of a sudden wrecked cars are driving up the track towards the wall, and we both take damage, and I thought it was over then. And I'm glad I was able, to have enough car left to hold them off.
Absolutely. I didn't want to bring it up. I didn't want to anger you or anything like that, so to speak. But what went through your mind right there? I mean, when you come around the corner, nowhere to go, trying to avoid it, contact while leading the race with a wrecked machine. Anger's the first thing that goes through your mind, but after you felt the car, did you think you were going to be able to still pilot this thing home to victory lane?
I did not. After I hit him, and then we started rolling a little bit, and then Crank hit me in my right side and plowed him. I was like, for lack of a better word, I was pissed. And then I was like, well, I'm not pitting. I'm staying out, and they're going to have to drive around me. And then on that restart, I think Coleridge, after like in the second or first corner, he drove in and hit me in the ass end, and I was like, yeah, I'm definitely slow. And then after that, I just pulled away again. I was like, well, I guess we had the only undamaged cars, so now I just have the best of the damaged cars.
Well, you may have had the best of the damaged cars, but it was also the best of the field at the same time. And I gotta pick your brain for just a second, because I'm not even gonna attempt to butcher it. Where at in Texas?
I grew up in Pflugerville, Texas.
Pflugerville, there you go. I was like, not gonna do it.
Yeah, but really it's a suburb of Austin, Texas, and now I live in Burnett, Texas currently.
All right, well, we seen you burn it down high. You like the pun? No, I'm just kidding. Great race win here, Christopher. Congratulations on your first win in the series altogether. So getting the job done here tonight at Bristol early in the season. You can now focus on that championship run. Are you going to try to just pad your pockets, or are you going to really focus in on those championship races?
Man, I just like to take it a race at a time and just try and get better. I think that's all you can do, right? Try and improve every time you visit a track, and that's what I just try and do, is just get better and better.
Absolutely. Well, again, Chris, congratulations on the race win here at Bristol Motor Speedway. First race win for you now in the bag. Before we let you go and celebrate the night and enjoy this win, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home?
Yeah, shout out to my team, long shot, double shot. Man, I've come a long way since joining that team. They've taught me a lot. They brought me on when I was probably, I don't know, 3 months into sim racing, and learned a lot from them. And then, my sponsor, Red Sim Design. Look at Red Sim Design on Instagram, and then you got Wheels for Warriors, man. I can't, the people that allow us to live in this freedom world and do what we want to do and enjoy life. Hats off to the veterans, and then to you for putting this on. So thank y'all.
Well, we do appreciate your kind words, Chris, and again, congratulations on the first race win. Hope it's the first of many more to come here. Usually it takes that breakaway win to get the job done, and we'll look to see if you can stack a few more on these boys throughout this season. And, yeah, man, enjoy.
Thank you, sir.
All right, there you have it. Christopher Dean walking away with his first checkered flag here with the Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup Series, getting the job done in a tough place. The last great Coliseum, it was a fight, to say the least, for a few drivers out there, but topping them all, the man walking away in victory lane, that's the two of Christopher Dean. And man, what a night it was. What a race here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Can't say enough about the great drivers in the field out here all night long, putting on a great show. So with all that being said, we'll begin to wind up a few of the cords here tonight, get set and ready to head on out the door. And the producers hitting those buttons, so you know the tunes, you know the sounds. It's time to run down tonight's unofficial race results. Race number 2, season 2 for the Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup Series. It's Bristol, baby, and it's in the bag. Christopher Dean walks away with the checkered flag. Coleridge Finmore gonna finish back in second, and rounding out your podium spots, the 14 of Crank Bell. Justin Groves gonna finish back in fourth. Fifth place tonight goes to the 28 of Bill Jet. Sean Hook, with no front clip, finishes in sixth. 91 of Tyler Beeman gonna walk away from the track in seventh. Eighth place tonight to David Rogerson. Zach Shahalis with a solid top 10 in the Rolex 24. And Jay Morris rounds out your top 10. Tom Richter with trouble in the race tonight. He'll walk away 11th. 12th place goes to Patrick Stein. Todd Neese back in 13th. 14th spot tonight, Jason Dalton. Cole Cray in the 88 machine gonna round out your top 15. 16th spot goes to the 64 of Cody Richardson. Bradley Beeman gonna finish in 17th. 18th to Anthony Hanna. 19th position on the track tonight from Bristol Motor Speedway in the Wheels for Warriors Pro Cup Series will be David Gainforth. Eric Anderson back in 20th. Chris Wold. Frank DiMaggio back in 22nd. 23rd to Dave Sanders. Trevor Ryan. Andrew Caldwell round out your top 25. 26 goes to Scott Crouch. Mike Stiverson in 27th. 28th to Bob Rogerson. 29th, Andrew Koska. John Dykeman and Eric Moore round out the field. If you haven't already, race fans, don't forget to drop these drivers a thumbs up, show them some love, click subscribe, and smash that bell on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by. And with that being said, stay safe, stay loved, my friends, and until then, we'll meet you in Turn 3.